Ethan was the kind of person people called gifted. At 17, he could make people laugh without trying. He played soccer after school, helped his little sister with homework, and dreamed about becoming a sports coach someday. Teachers liked him, friends trusted him, but nobody noticed the pressure he carried. His father had lost his job. Bills piled up on the kitchen table every week. At school, Ethan smiled like everything was normal, but at night he would stare at the ceiling, wondering how life could feel. So heavy so early. One Friday evening, his friend Dylan invited him to a party. "Come on," Dylan said. "You need to relax for once." Ethan almost said no, but he went. The music was loud. People laughed like they had no worries in the world. Someone handed Ethan a small pill. "It just helps you forget things," the guy said casually. Forget things. That sounded nice. So Ethan took it, and for the first time in months, the weight disappeared. No stress, no fear, no pressure. Just peace. Or at least, that's what it felt like. The next morning, Ethan told himself it was a one-time thing. But hard days kept coming, and every time life hurt, he remembered how easy it was to escape. Weeks turned into months. The funny guy stopped laughing naturally. The soccer practices became excuses. His grades slipped. He stopped helping his sister with homework. Instead, he stayed locked in his room, chasing the same feeling that used to come so easily. Addiction never introduces itself as destruction. It arrives quietly. It whispers, "You deserve this. You can stop any time. One more time won't hurt." And Ethan believed it until one night his little sister knocked on his bedroom door. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. "I'm fine." But she didn't leave. "You don't smile anymore," she said. That sentence hit harder than anything else, because deep down, Ethan knew she was right. He looked around his room. Empty bottles, missed calls, unopened school books, a version of himself he barely recognized anymore. For the first time, he admitted the truth. He wasn't in control. The next morning, Ethan stood in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at his tired eyes. Addiction had stolen months from him, maybe years, but it hadn't taken everything. Not yet. So he made the hardest decision of his life. He asked for help. Not everyone understood. Some people mocked him. Others said, "You got yourself into this." But recovery isn't about proving people wrong. It's about saving yourself before you disappear completely. The first weeks were brutal. His hands shook. His mind screamed for another escape. There were nights he nearly gave up. But every time he wanted to quit, he remembered his sister's words. "You don't smile anymore." Slowly, things changed. He started running again, then studying again, then laughing again. Real laughter. Zakshin 4. May. The kind that doesn't come from chemicals or temporary highs. One afternoon, months later, Ethan sat on the soccer field after practice while the sun dipped below the horizon. His coach walked over and sat beside him. "Glad to have you back," the coach said. Ethan smiled quietly. Glad to be back." Because addiction had taught him something important. The strongest people are not the ones who never fall. They are the ones who fight their way back after hitting the ground. And sometimes the bravest words a person can say are simply, "I need help."